Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today we have a ton of things to talk about, a ton of crypto news. And to start it all off, I have one question for you, which is, do you think that Apple just bought into Bitcoin? Here, this article says that Apple just bought $2.5 billion in Bitcoin. Here's what we know so far. Well, long story short, we don't know anything. There's been some rumors, and it's one of the most asked questions over the last 24 hours. So please put in the comments down below. What do you guys think? I personally don't think so. I would personally always think that it's just, it doesn't really go in that type of manner. But here it basically goes around crypto Twitter that they have bought $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, yet no official statement has been made to verify or deny. And so, as it currently stands, all we have is speculation and people on Twitter, which is definitely not the best source. Then again, Apple has not really been against crypto ever, and we know the founder, of course, talking about it. And so it's possible, but I don't really think so. I don't really believe in these types of leaks. So then again, Tesla did it. So what do you guys think? All right, then I think I have to explain a little bit better how the competition works. All you need to do is make yourself an account on Bybit using the link down below. If you already have an account though, and you used my referral link, just press the register now. You need to have 300 XRP in your balance. That's just what you need to have on there to be able to, enter the competition, but it doesn't take any money to enter. There's no negative side, there's no risk, there's no nothing. Of course, if you're gonna trade inside of it, there's risk, but it's no risk to enter the competition. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay, there's no negative side. The only thing is, I guess, a positive. You can only win something. There's nothing to be lost. You guys get that point? So, once more, if you don't know how it works, read into it. All right, the link is down below for this. Read it quickly. It's worth looking into. All right, there's 30 freaking thousand XRP to be won, just by a couple of you guys. Right now, there's only 13 people who entered. 30,000 XRP. I need to put some emphasis on that. It's crazy. All right, and then Rob Art posted XRP dumped 97% to 10 cents, then pumped 660% to 76 cents. It crashed 78% to 17 cents, and thereafter, and pumped nearly 1100%. If XRP actually crashes into the 20s, that will be a free ticket to 10 or 20 times your entry. Bulls understand this, friends too. Only noobs are frightened by this. Let's make one thing clear. This is not completely the truth, because it's not a free ticket to 10 or 20 times. Because, of course, there's still a risk because you have to buy something. And that inherently is a risk on its own. If you have to buy something, it's a risk. Now, I see it from a different perspective, though. I see it in the same way as Rob. It's stupid, however, in my opinion, to not want to take that risk. I've said to you guys before, I've been doing stocks, I've been doing crypto for a little while. And throughout this entire journey, I have felt scared multiple different times. I'm a human. However, I've never felt the urge to actually sell my crypto. I've just at some points not felt as if it was a smart idea to buy because things might crash further. And that's also why I devised a strategy on my own, which is to always have enough tether where you're comfortable, or always have enough fiat basically, where you're comfortable that if crypto were to die out right now, you'd still be able to survive. Not that you're still going to be rich, or not that you're still going to be good, or not that you're going to be extremely happy, but at least survive and be okay. Because I used to always have 99% of my money in crypto until I kind of had this thought process of, if crypto were to really crash right now and never recover, I would not financially ever be able to recover from this. And, theoretically speaking, I always have my work, so of course I'd be fine. Don't worry about me. But I meant, of course, in the psychological department of things. And then I started thinking, okay, you know what? From my proceeds from my work, I'll just put a very large amount in, but a small part just towards a tether stash or just a fiat stash to make sure I'm always good, always sitting, always comfortable. I'm not the type of guy to actually cash it at all-time highs. I sometimes do, but mostly not, because I don't really want that money. I don't really want the small gains from crypto. I want the big gains or nothing. And with that approach, of course, comes some risks too. Then again, this story does make it a lot more clear and easy to kind of stand behind. It's like, oh, if there's something that happened a couple of times before and you're pretty convinced in your head this can happen again, then why not, right? It's only because you're too afraid that the price will go down forever or that crypto is going to die out. Then again, if I told you about this, let's say 3 months ago, let's say March, April, when things are doing extremely well, if I told you that we would have a chance to buy XRP at 60 cents again while it was almost at $2, you'd be like, oh, I wish. But now that we are at those points and even a little bit lower, we hit 50 cents, you're like, oh, no, I don't want to buy that. It's all in the mind. It's all a psychological game. But I don't really play along those rules. And I just buy, and I'll get regret later when I'm, maybe when I'm 80, I'll get the regret. Right now, I'm just buying, though. Then, I still cannot talk properly with the freaking new holes in my mouth due to the freaking operation. 35% of Australians surveyed believe Bitcoin will eventually be transacted more than fiat currency. Don't know about that. Don't know about exactly that's going to work. I guess, theoretically speaking, cryptocurrencies will be transacted more than fiat. Bitcoin, I don't know about that. Rochelle Renee posted on Twitter, I believe that the team of Ripple would rather fight the SEC to the bitter end before settling without clarity for XRP. I'm not exactly sure why people like this. Then again, it's completely the truth, yet it's like stating the obvious. Like, XRP is XRP. Stating that Ripple will not go down without a fight. Yeah, duh. I mean, obviously. Who would, like Jungle says here, who would ever come to a settlement if your business has to close? I mean, like, duh. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I guess it's stating the obvious, but it's the truth, though. So, I mean, I can't really complain about it. Then again, Ripple would, of course, not settle if XRP doesn't get proper clarity. Like, that to me is like a 100% certain type of thing. Then again, they might never really want to settle. The judge might have to come to a conclusion because, as it currently stands, I don't know. It kind of feels like the SEC doesn't really know what they want and doesn't know what they want to settle on. And it kind of feels as if they're not going to be happy enough with just a money bounty. They might just want to go for the full cake. So XRP being a security and whatnot. On that same note, though, we have one interesting article about that coming up in a second. All right, just wait for it. When it's one of these, we have a fun article about this regulatory stuff. Now, Brett Garlinghouse just tweeted out, had our quarterly all hands today. Feeling inspired by the team and proud of Ripple's momentum as we head into H2, the second half of the year. Hundreds of Ripplers dialed in globally, and some were even able to join in person via our San Francisco, London, and Iceland offices for the first time since 2020. You know that I sometimes also wonder exactly what goes on in those offices? I mean, you shouldn't forget, Ripple has freaking tons of employees. It's a really big multi-billion-dollar business. I'm also talking about how like the structure is at and who exactly works on XRP in those departments and how all these guys think about XRP, all XRP holders, all that type of stuff I sometimes think about. Nice little beamer right there. What would be on this screen? What would they be doing? No, I'm just sometimes worried. No, not worried. Interested or curious about how the stance on XRP is in those offices right there that Ripple operates in. I do wonder about that. I do worry. No. Once more, guys, I don't mean the word worry. I mean that you're curious about something. I'm not exact. I do have curiosity for it. I think that might be the best way to say it. All right, here we go. This relates back to what I was just talking about. U.S. Senator Toomey states that crypto are not securities and that the SEC may not have jurisdiction. This is actually a point we've covered many different times over on the channel, but it's something that you should really remember. Really, really properly for yourself, right? This is over in CoinDesk, a little bit of a speech. As it currently stands, the SEC enforces things in the cryptocurrency realm. That is because of a letter that Senator Warren, for example, is also put up right now, which basically questions whether or not the normal exchanges, security exchanges and securities, are enough akin to crypto that they have the jurisdiction. If we follow the Howey test in the SEC's proposed way, then majority of cryptos are securities and thus they have control. If we follow a new test, which is supposed to be coming, or just a standard that doesn't utilize the Howey in their respective manner, then the SEC doesn't have anything to say about it. But then comes the question, who exactly does? Is it a commodity? Is it a currency? Or is it still kind of more so a security, even though it's not an official security like the other securities, but it's like more so to it? because yeah, it's definitely not that simple of a decision to make. And even then, you have the Office of the Control of the Currency. You have the well, I don't know the one for. Never mind, guys. I shouldn't even bother here. I shouldn't bother myself trying those freaking American institutes there, or the American little commissions. But I wanted to quickly say that you have so many of them that have different parts of control. Then again, all of them also have different ways of operating, and all of them, I guess, will have to fight out exactly over what part they have control, because I think crypto exchanges might again fall into a different category yet again as well. It's so strange. Maybe it needs a whole different little, where the SEC is for securities and where these other departments are for other things, that it needs a whole entire department on its own, just a different asset class, basically. Yeah, maybe that's the best way to go about it. They need a new commission for it. Wouldn't happen quickly. That would take another 10 years for that to come by. But you guys get the idea. Maybe it does need a different commission, and not the freaking CFTC, is it? And SEC working together. No, just a completely different commission for crypto. It could be cool. Then again, that would be a lot of rules and a lot of things that have to be made rather quickly. Not sure that would work, but the idea is definitely there. All right, Elon Musk continues to tweet about altcoins like Baby Doge, but investors should tread very carefully. I wanted to quickly tell you guys to stay away from Baby XRP or things akin to that if you are, not sure. If you want to take any risk, or go right on ahead, but please, guys, don't think I am encouraging any of that type of stuff, nor will I tell you that, buying coins that are a baby version of a good coin, so to speak, are a smart idea. By the way, it's freaking 3-something a.m. All right, if you're wondering why I'm talking a little bit like this, yeah, I think that has to do with it, and the fact that I can't talk properly, and it's so freaking tiring to, talk in a specific manner. It's just really annoying. Now, point being, I don't really support those types of cryptos, and nor will I really tell you guys to do so. Can you try it? If you are willing to take the risk, okay, but it's a lot riskier than just normal traditional crypto. Gonna quickly come back to this one. There's no risk to entering, at least not as I know. Is there anything that could go wrong? Theoretically speaking, you have to have 300 XRP, and so if you lose your password or so, okay, yeah, that might be annoying. And if you're gonna trade, of course, there's the risk of trading. But you don't need millions of dollars to win money. It's about ROI. So you could literally go with a couple $100 and win a couple thousand. It is not impossible. And most likely one of the top guys will only have the minimum 300 XRP, and that's going to win. All right. Can I recommend you to put in more or less or whatever? I have no freaking clue. All right. You can just read it for yourself. Talk to the customer service. They're really freaking responsive if you have any questions. Or join the Discord, ask me, whatever, man. It's freaking amazing. I cannot even express how happy I am that we got this big a competition. Then again, we do need enough people, because I think we need a couple hundred, to get to this 30,000 mark. So make sure you sign up. There's nothing to lose, I think. If you're in the US, VPN is possible. Same thing for UK, but I cannot know exactly how that's going to work in terms of how you get the money and whatnot. I know they don't have KYC, and I know they are not going to ban any accounts, but I'm not sure, right? Maybe it's not the thing you want to be comfortable with. Okay, do your research. Maybe ask about it in the comments, in the support section. Then crypto is an important part of the financial freedom, says Amaury Sechet, or Sechet. Julian Magas spoke to the reclusive creator of Bitcoin Cash, Amaury Sechet. I am actually never sure how you pronounce that. You need to build a culture that understands and wants financial freedom, says Sechet. And Sechet speaks to the importance of anonymity for financial freedom. But of course, whenever it says Bitcoin Cash founder, I always just kind of cringe a little bit, because I'm just personally never feeling, and I've never felt the Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin Cash movements, and I've never really been able to get into them. And that's like a thing. Some people say, no, Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin SV, Satoshi Vision is better. I just can't really get into it. Then again, maybe that's also because I believe that had that really been the main thing that should have gone, had that really been the better one, so to speak, that the real network would have adapted to it, and it wouldn't have been so left behind, basically. If people, the Bitcoin developers, for example, really thought that would be better, they would have just switched over. Right now, there's so much more enthusiasm for the normal Bitcoin core right now than, I'm like, yeah, no, that's got to be the one that we got to support. Then again, do I really care which one wins? Yes. As it currently stands, yes. I don't want Bitcoin Cash nor Bitcoin SV, and I don't think I ever claimed my Bitcoin Cash. By the way, for all of you that do not know, if you held Bitcoin back in 2017 somewhere, you got yourself Bitcoin Cash for free. And it was quite difficult to actually claim that, because you have to send You basically have to put in your private keys in one spot to be able to claim that, unless you had your money on exchanges, which that's why I have some Bitcoin Cash right now. If you had it in your Exodus wallet, you got it for free. And that's how I also got some Bitcoin Gold and some other Bitcoins back in that time. Even there was also the Bitcoin Private, right, from Z Classic, I think. Now, that's something which is a whole different story for a whole different day. But that's also why those networks have a lot of value, because people got those coins for free. And that actually leads to the Flare point. Airdrops or hard forks are not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. And sometimes you do it quite properly, because Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin Cash, is also still high up in the rankings. So theoretically speaking, Flare could actually become worth a lot more than you might expect. Because all the Bitcoin Cash, the majority of it out there until 2017 somewhere, it was all given away for free to Bitcoin holders. So yeah, remember that. Major Las Vegas strip club starts accepting Bitcoin via Lightning Network. People are really excited about it. It really isn't that special. It's not like it's the first time. It's just now become a lot more popular. This has been going around. And central bank balance sheet, Bitcoin's most bullet chart ever. I didn't actually read this one. I forgot this one was here, so I'll cover that a little bit later today if I quickly read through it and know exactly what it is about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another one later today. There's more coming up, so don't worry.